Howdy folks, Laxo here, and today we are going to be doing a video on Ulquiorra. We have his banner here, got his banner back again. I haven't even gotten his stuff yet actually, haven't even claimed the resources from him, so we're going to go ahead and do that now. So, I've always struggled a little bit on whether I would like to pull for his shards or just level him up with omnis, and I've decided that, you know, I'd rather just do the omnis, or I'm sorry, get these, because actually might as well get these now because timer is about to expire. So let's go ahead and snag these for the month, get our 240. I still have a lot left over from the Christmas event. I actually forgot to claim them, so I had an extra like 700 just lying around. I was like, oh sweet, free 700 Omni shards, or in this game Universal shards. So I've decided that I'm not going to do any pulls here. I'm just gonna do the pulls here instead, you know. I still actually need to do those as well, so let's go ahead and do that. First things first, let's go ahead and claim all the resources from him. Actually, can I turn up the volume here a little bit? A little more. There you go. And last but not least, the big 4 weapon pack here. Very, very nice. Alright. Let's go ahead and... Actually, I gotta put him in the right slot here first, so let's go ahead and put him in this slot, and then we can go ahead and level him up a little bit, or at least whatever levels we can level him up with, and then we'll talk about him for a little bit, check out his kit, then maybe if I have enough time, I'll do some teams real quick. So here we are. So one thing I've been struggling with is I don't have any more XP pots. I'm not getting XP pots from these, so I can't really level the characters up because I can't. No pots. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go like this. There you go. That's what we're gonna do. Gonna get him there, and then gear. I can do this as well. Actually, I might not even have enough gold to level up all of his gear because 13 mil is a lot of gold. So let's see if I can level up his gear here. Alright, wonderful. Alright, let's see how high I can get this stuff up here. Probably not too far because it's so expensive. 5 mil. Whew. Always so expensive. So expensive. Alright, let's go ahead and get his weapon to purple here. Probably not to gold. Yeah, it's always so expensive, everything. Look at this. I have so many tomes, so many sources, so many weapons. I just don't have the awakened essences for anything. That is the big hang up. I think I'm going to start just buying out the awakened essences every day instead of buying out the omnis, because that's my big hang up right there, is the awakened essences. So maybe I'll start doing that. Anyways, let's go ahead and check out his Warsouls. So the Warsoul I usually get him is a little bit of damage reduction is nice, a little bit of defense is nice, but one thing I have noticed is he does do pretty well on the offensive side as well. So I do like to pick up... Oh, jeez, man. Alright, tell you what, we're going to go ahead and use the regular version of Bleach because 7X Games version does not want to play right now, so we're going to go ahead and use this one. So we'll go ahead and play with this one for a bit. So as you can see, the Merit Warsoul is one that I do like to use for him because when his HP does get low, it increases his crit and crit chance, or crit chance and crit damage by a lot. It's like get to like 40% crit chance, 40% crit damage if he's pretty low. But you know, there are a couple other Warsouls you can use on him. You can, of course, use the Warsoul of Armor like I was earlier. Probably not the crit chance. I mean, you could use the crit chance. Not terrible idea. But you could use, I mean, there's Vigilance. There's always Vigilance you could use. But, where is it? There you go. Warsoul of Wrath. I have seen a lot of people use Warsoul of Wrath, which isn't bad. You know, a little bit of crit chance, a little bit of damage rate. Not terrible. Pretty good, actually. But as I said before, the Donut Warsouls, what I used to use on him all the time. This is pretty good. If he gets hit by a crit, he gets a shield. Pretty nice. A little bit of block chance as well. Always nice. No, not a fan. The Merit and the Dharma Warsoul are both pretty good on him. Actually, no, not the Dharma. Dharma is just defense. Merit Warsoul is crit chance and crit damage. So a little bit of offense is what I like to use on him now because he does do pretty good damage. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at his stats here real quick. So his stats are crit chance, 45%, crit strength, 9%, damage reduction rate, about 70%, 67, 68%, crit resist, sitting around 60, block chance, 55, damage rate around 60. As you can see, I only have him at 6-star. I'm going to get him to 7-star eventually, but not today. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at his kit really quickly here, and then maybe I can go over a couple teams that he would actually do pretty well. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so his Mastery Skill deals damage to an enemy. Ulquiorra deals extra damage based on 300% of his defense to the target. After casting the skill, his crit chance increased by 20% for 1 round. Actually, maybe the Dharma Warsoul wouldn't be too bad on him. So maybe Dharma could work on him just to get him a little bit extra damage in the Mastery Skill department as well. So maybe not bad. His crit chance is increased by 20%. So he has pretty decent crit chance. I think I said he was at around 60, so probably around 80 to 90% crit chance if he gets his Mastery Skill off. Rage Skill, which is why he is so good on his Mastery Skill. So let's read this. Deals damage to all enemies and steals 10% of the target's defense for 1 round. If there is a single target on the field, steal 40% defense instead. If the skill has already been used before, subsequent uses have a 60% increased damage and increase Ulquiorra's rage recovery rate by 30% for 2 rounds. If Ulquiorra's health is above 50%, the skill deals additional damage equal to 70% of his defense, or if Ulquiorra's health is under 50%, he gains a shield equal to 20% of the damage dealt by the attack. So of course, just like Vasta Lorde, he gets different outcomes based upon his health being higher or lower. As you can see, his health being higher, he gets more offensive. His health being lower, he gets more defensive. So, let's see here. This skill deals additional damage equal to 70% of his defense. So maybe him having Dharma isn't actually too bad of a deal because he does get a little bit here, a little bit there with defense. So Dharma wouldn't be too bad on him. But as you can see, he steals the targets. For a steal target on the field, he gets defense, and he steals 10% of the target's defense as well. So he can get very tanky very quickly if he can hit the entire enemy team again and again and again, and he gets his rage skill back pretty quickly as well because he has the increase of rage recovery rate. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and take a look at his passive. At the beginning of battle, the ally front row gains a shield equal to a percentage of Ulquiorra's HP. 50% of Ulquiorra's defense is turned into attack. Not bad. For each black tortoise ally on the field, all damage sustained by Ulquiorra is reduced by 5% to a maximum of 15% Permanent cannot, to a maximum of 15. Permanent cannot be dispelled. So we typically want to have him as the soul hall leader on the battlefield. So let's go ahead and take a look here at a couple teams that I'd run with him. First things first is I do like to have him as the beneficiary of the soul hall, so I would probably run her just because I need to have 2 to hopefully 3. If I can get 3 of them on the field, I can run him. He's probably not that bad either. If not him, then probably Byakuya. This would probably be not a bad setup, but once again, I think I would preferably run him or possibly Ichigo, because he does work pretty well with defense as well. But of course, they don't do well with each other. The reason why I would run him is just so he can run, just so he can get cleanses off on the back row. But now, let's go ahead and take a look at the back row. So, what you could do is, once again, if you're going to run Byakuya, let's go ahead and toss Byakuya in there, because I think a lot of people probably would run Byakuya in this setup. So let's run Byakuya. Maybe in the back row, we can toss in him. We can, of course, toss in him just to get the full healing reduction. And finally, what can we run for the back row here for him? I have seen a lot of people run Soifone in the back row and then just try and go full on bleed, which you can, because of course you need him, or you need a character here, so you probably run him in there, or if you want, you could possibly run her in the Nell in there as well. So you can run something like this. That would actually be pretty good. Because look, you got 4 characters that attack the entire team. You got 2 characters that push rage to, well, one that pushes rage to your entire team and one that just pushes rage to your strongest unit. So a team like this would actually work pretty well, but the thing is, if you're going to run just massive damage like that, you don't really need Byakuya on the team. So I feel like this would probably be the better bet. So there are lots of options you could use. I just showed you 2 good examples of teams. If you really want to just keep your characters alive, of course you can run her on there as well. And if you're really going trying to keep Soifone alive, then you could just go like this and go, hey, would you look at that? We're good. But then again, you wouldn't want Unohana to die, or you wouldn't want Unohana on this team, so then you could toss on another character like, hey, boom, problem solved. Or, hey, boom, more rage for your back row. Or if you need some heals, boom, heals. Or, once again, if you want to attack the entire enemy team, you can go like this. So there are lots of different team comps you can run, but of course, as usual, you'd always want to run Ulquiorra as the soul hall. That is the key part, having him as the soul hall. Alright guys, that's going to wrap this one up. If you guys did want to play this game, this is the knockoff version of BLEACH Immortal Souls, the Teemu BLEACH, or the 7X Games version of BLEACH Immortal Souls. So if you want to play it, feel free to download it. Check the description, I'll have the link in there. If you want to join the Discord, check the description as well. And of course, if you want to leave a question, comments, concerns, or whatnot, feel free to do so in the comment section. But please don't ask me if there's going to be new characters or why you don't have events. These are 2 different games. They're not the same game, and we're never going to get new characters again. So please don't ask me that question. Every single video, I feel, for the last month, I've gotten those 2 questions. So now that I've answered them, I guess I'll just link this as soon as somebody asks and be like, hey, look at this, or listen to this. So anyways guys, gonna wrap this one up. If you guys enjoyed this, questions, comments, concerns, all that good stuff. Catch you on the next one. Peace.